Hey, I'm Olga Diaz with the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour, and April's Female Golfer of the Month is a long shot from the Lone Star State. Addie Quick is an 8-year-old junior golfer from a tiny town in Texas who had never been to an Under Armour National Tournament. Then she flew to Under Armour Winter Nationals a few months ago, and against all odds, she won the whole thing. We sat down with Addie and her Daddy Caddy to find out how she grabbed the biggest prize on the biggest stage. So Joe and Addie, first of all, I want to apologize that we're not doing this in person, but we are very excited to see you guys at Summer Nationals coming up in next month.
Yes, absolutely. For sure. Thank you guys.
All right, Joe, so you are the lead director for West Texas for the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour in that region. Now, why do you feel that the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour was the best fit for Addie?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a chance to get to go to Winter Nationals in Destin, and we got to experience that, and it was amazing. It gives these Addie and other kids a great opportunity to reach and play against great players. And so, yeah, it was just an amazing opportunity. It allows the local kids to reach for that national level, and it is an awesome experience.
So, Addie, going to Winter Nationals, you were crowned the Winter Nationals champion in the girls 6 to 8 age division. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, it was very good. It made me feel good that I was #1 in the nation now, and I liked how challenging it was and how I got to experience that.
What was your favorite part about the tournament?
Probably getting to play with good people and the parties in between, like the golf days. So lots of kids would get to have like a big party. There was fireworks, and that was probably the best part. And I got to watch it with my friend, a very good friend. And I just loved it.
I love that you said that your favorite part is some of these other activities, not just winning Winter Nationals. So now I want to hear how you felt coming off the green, and you know that you are the champion out of all these girls in the 6 to 8 age division.
Well, I felt very good. It was a big accomplishment for me. I loved having that feeling. At first, my dad tried to trick me by telling me that I was in second place. And I was just so devastated that I was, because I literally won by 1 point. And then I got to the scoreboard, and when it popped up my name, I was so excited to see that I won.
Yeah, we didn't tell her she won because she had to make a 10-foot putt to win it. We didn't want her to know it, and so we didn't tell her. And she sunk the 10-foot putt, and we walked away, and she didn't ask. She was just so in the mode. And when she got back and realized she had won via the scoreboard, it was pretty awesome to see. So she was excited.
So that's actually very interesting that you say that. So you're the Daddy Caddy that kind of withholds the information versus letting her know that, hey, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The more she doesn't think about a shot or the score, and she just stands on top of that shot, the better, right? So the less pressure. And when you have a 10-foot putt to win a national championship, I mean, probably not the best time to tell her, right? So it was great.
So Addie, I understand that you started playing golf, but you had some very odd conditions. Tell me how you started chipping. What were you chipping into, and how you went from that to joining a country club?
So I used to practice in my yard. It was either over the chicken coop, which I learned how to do flop shots, and then Daddy would lay some turf down on the porch, and there would be a net in front of me, and I would chip as many as I could in a row in it. And then now I'm chipping onto the trampoline now, since I don't have a chicken coop. So I have to chip into the trampoline, and now I'm teaching my brother how to, and it's getting better.
So you ruined the chicken coops.
We did.
So at what point did you realize, Joe, so you are not a golfer. You said you were a baseball player. How did you learn? When did you realize you had to learn this completely new sport to you?
Yeah, it all started with just her picking up a little plastic club from the store, and she just whacked it into the neighbor's yard, and we were like, "Whoa, that's kind of cool." And I played for fun, and so we took her to a few lessons, and she just improved so fast to where it got to tournaments. And then I was like, "Well, I better learn the rules." And so then I started learning the rules and how to be a caddy, and really how to coach her and teach her. And it grew from there. And so, yeah, when she started playing tournaments and it became a real thing as a sport for her, that's when I realized I better start learning how to be a caddy.
And are you coach as well?
So, no. She has a coach named Coach Sydney. but I've been to probably hundreds of lessons, so when there's a little thing off, I could probably help fix it. But when it comes to real detailed stuff, no, she has a swing coach, yes.
Addie, who would you prefer to caddy for you at Summer Nationals, Dad or Coach Sydney?
Coach Sydney.
Dad, what are you doing wrong?
Coach Sydney's special, so I understand that. I don't take it personally.
She knows way much more than him.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you feel is the part of your game that you need to work the most on?
Chipping and putting. It's what wins the game.
Yeah, she's right. Chipping and putting. Short game wins it, right? Short putting wins tournaments. So when it comes time for tournament season, she's on the greens, chipping and putting.
Addie, so are you getting ready to defend your title?
Yes.
Joe, so as league director, you see a lot of kids get into the game and some kids playing at the top. How did you feel going into Winter Nationals thinking, hey, you know, we're just here for a good time, it's gonna be fun? Maybe even in the back of your mind thinking she might not win, and then she does. How does that feel as a dad?
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling because you see the work that she puts into it and there's the nerves they have starting out. Just to see her just to accomplish such a great and amazing accomplishment it was just the most amazing feeling as a dad. And to watch her face light up and to take it in that ceremony that night and to get the recognition, and you know, she ate every second of it up. So it was just an amazing feeling the whole day after that. It was great.
Addie, how did you celebrate your win?
We ate steak 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Joe, what would you say to a parent that is kind of on the fence about going to Summer Nationals or Worlds or just any of the big tournaments after you yourself experiencing your first Winter Nationals?
I would say absolutely. There should be no hesitation. If your kid qualifies, go experience it. It's the red carpet treatment for these kids. They've worked so hard. They've accomplished it. They get their gifts. They get their parties. They get just the ceremonies. And just the experience of being able to play against other kids that you know are the best. Absolutely, it's a great tour, it's a great experience, and they're great locations, so you can't ask for much more.
Addie, what do you love about playing the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour?
Well, I love how it's sometimes challenging and how you get to play with your friends sometimes. I really like it. When he runs and I finish early, I get to practice until all the other kids are done. So that kind of helps me.
And then you also said that something that you love are the gifts. What was your favorite gift that you've gotten from the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour?
The backpack.
Joe, how do you think that golf helps you bond with Addie?
For us, it's a family affair, right? And so we're either on the range or we're directing a tournament together, and so it's just that extra time spent together, whether we're practicing or we're on the bag for her or she's helping me set up a tournament. It's just moments that you get to spend with your kid, and you can't ask for much more as a family. You know, it's the only sport where you get to be right there with your kid the whole time, right? You're not sitting in the stands or sitting in a dugout or something. You're right there with your kid, and through the ups and downs, you're there for them. You get to be the caddy and the daddy at the same time, and so when they're down, you pick them up and encourage them, and it's created a good bond, and we've learned how to communicate, you know, in certain scenarios, so couldn't ask for much more.
Addie, how do you think that golf helps you bond with your dad?
Well, I think golf helps me bond with my dad because every time I go out to practice, he helps me and I get to spend a lot of time with him. It's just fun having my dad there with me to bond.
Joe, what would you say is the biggest challenge as a league director, as a Daddy Caddy?
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely some tournaments where it doesn't allow me to be a caddy. And so Addie spins for herself. She'll warm up on her own and she'll go play the tournament on her own. I won't see her until she turns a scorecard in. And that's probably the biggest challenge. Because I'm there for the other kids and their families and helping them do that. And it's a great experience, and so it's really taught her to do it on her own, and it's good for her.
What's the biggest piece of advice that you can give parents that are considering or just starting out in the competitive world of golf?
Patience, and I say that tongue in cheek. It's definitely patience. Just learn to have patience. There's good days, there's bad days, and they even out. Just learn that it's one of the hardest sports you could play, and just getting the experience to play tournaments is more than you know, and just patience. It pays off, and be there for your kids. The more experience they get, the better they get.
Addie, what is your ultimate dream when it comes to golf?
My dream is to become a pro, make a hole-in-one, my first hole-in-one ever, and get to be a good golfer and be on TV.
Joe, where would you like to see Addie's golf future?
Always to improve, but just to have fun. She's proved so much so early. I know that has skills. It's just go have fun. Use your talent to go have fun and let it take you wherever it wants to take you. That's my big goal. There's no major plans or anything. It's just go have fun and let your skill take you wherever you want to go.
Does Addie play any other sports?
Yes, she plays basketball. Yep, in the winter times when it's a little bit too cold to get out there, absolutely.
How do you feel about kids specializing in one specific sport versus playing multiple sports?
I don't like the idea. I think as athletes, it's really important to play multiple sports. It helps you in all facets of your game, whether it's basketball, softball, or whatever it may be, or baseball. It's proven that the best golfers in the world are great athletes. You have to be a great athlete, and those other sports help you in movements that you don't get in golf, but yet it kind of relates to it. So an all-around athlete makes an all-around great golfer as well.
So Joe, and you guys have been traveling a lot lately for Addie's golf. What do you think sets the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour apart from all the other tournaments?
Yeah, absolutely. It allows us to not have to travel, right? Just the local, just being local and having those 6 events in the spring and the fall to chase a national championship is a huge burden off of families, especially for our area. I call it the black hole. We're 3 hours from any big city or any bigger other tour. So this was just a great blessing for us and the families that play in it. And we definitely use it for that.
We love Addie, and she loves her Daddy Caddy. We'll see if she can go back-to-back at Under Armour Summer Nationals at the PGA National Resort in June. I'm Olga Diaz, and we'll see you in May with another Under Armour Junior Golfer of the Month. Who knows? It could be you.